Okay, Ryan, take a look at your swing here. I think we had a great lesson today. I just want to go over a couple things that we worked on. Starting with the driver first, your path was too far outside the in. You're hitting a lot of pull shots. They were drawing slightly after you pulled them, so club face was in good shape, but we just needed to improve the path. A lot of that had to do with you getting too flat. So the idea with the driver is to swing the club in and then get the club shaft to point that way at the top, opposed to super flat that way. That would encourage a cutting across motion. So something that felt weird to you, but you caught on pretty quickly and you were able to do it. As I mentioned to you today, one of the advantages of giving somebody multiple lessons is you start to learn what clicks for them and what doesn't. So you can go about different ways of accomplishing the same thing. You just got to figure out what is easiest for the student. So you got a little bit of a closed stance, closed shoulders, closed feet, setting up for the draw. Swing the club in, point it to the right. So you can see now the club's pointed that way. Before it was way that way. From this position at the top, the club can now swing more inside to out. It's only a little bit inside out too. I mean, it felt really inside out to you, but in reality, we'll dot the club head here. You can see how the red line representing the downswing is underneath the yellow line representing the follow through. So if it was the opposite, the red line was higher and the yellow lines were lower, and that would be out to in. But this is pretty good inside out. So continue to work that, get your draws to start out right, and that's accomplished with the path. Keep with that closed club face, because that's helping quite a bit as well. So that's how you straighten out the driver. And we did some great work on the contact of your irons today. I introduced kind of the punch shot drill to you. It really isolates the fall through and shows you if you get flippy or not. Scoopy, flippy, that all leads to top shots, thin shots, nothing solid or flush. Today you get some incredibly good shots. You really started feeling the lag and the club shaft leaning forward coming into impact, which is how you get a great strike. But I can't stress this enough, in practicing this drill and this punch shot, you must feel like the club face stays closed. If you try to lag the club when the club face is open, you're going to hit some horrible looking golf shots. So take it back closed. So closed would be club face pointed face down at this position. You can see how it's a little toe up there. The club face down, and then you're just trying to, I mean, that looks awesome there. I mean, look at this. The hands are already crossing the ball. Look how much forward lean the club shaft has. I mean, this is just incredible. This is how you trap a golf ball. Look at that. And you can just mash it. Hands well out in front of the ball. Club face. That's going to do nothing but hit ball and turf contact, which is exactly what you want. Bring up Adam Scott here. He's doing a full swing. I mean, that looks verbatim. And that's how you strike the golf ball. shaft lean. So the idea is to keep the club face closed, keep the club shaft leaning forward. You don't want to get the club shaft to lean back this way where the hands are behind the ball. It is no good and you'll never hit a solid shot. Great way to practice this. So basically what you do is you practice these punch shots, knockdowns. It's a great shot to have in golf anyway. It really isolates the feel. And the idea is to stop. So sometimes you can do an 8-iron and try to stop right here with everything in a straight line right after the ball. Or you can kind of stop it hip high. Now this one, you see, this you got really high, very high. And then you try to bring it back down. So that's, for this exercise, that's a little too high. Close club face, feel the club shaft lean forward, stop right there. And then it gives you a great sensation of how you're supposed to strike the ball, gives you a great sense of the feel, and then you just do it in full swing. Remember, only do a few punch shots in a row. We don't want your full swing fall through to become a punch shot fall through. So do a few in a row, then take some full swings, loosen up, try to create that sensation. You'll definitely hit your irons better.